Bada bing, bada boom. Social Inform Media.
This story comes to us from KHOU.com. Out of Galveston, Texas, and a little shout out to the late Glenn Campbell. Galveston, oh Galveston, the cops there are under questioning. I'll save the singing for the family of Glenn Campbell. Galveston Police Chief Doug Bally, or it could be Bayi, the way it's spelled. You never know how people pronounce their name. I knew somebody whose name was Jimenez, and when I said it, he goes, "No, it's Jimenez." That's how I pronounce it. I go, "Oh." So I'm going to say Bally. Galveston Police Chief Doug Bally was placed on leave after officers raided a house on Avenue O for orgy near 53rd Street while searching for a teen who had been accused of killing a man a few days prior. Now, in this video, if you think you're free in America and you can live safely in your home, watch this one or listen to this one. On January 20th, Galveston police officers responded to 39th Street near Broadway Avenue J after getting reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they found Malik Dunn, who had been shot multiple times. He was taken to an area hospital where he died. Days later, detectives said 17-year-old suspect was taken into custody on a murder charge, but also said the investigation was ongoing. The suspect later had that murder charge dropped. There you go. So what happens? Here's the raid. Authorities said they were searching for the teenage homicide suspect when they showed up at a house on Avenue O in the early morning hours of January 22nd. They said they had a search and arrest warrants and were there to take the teen into custody in connection with Malik Dunn's death. Now this is the raid to take him into custody where later his murder charges are dropped. But going on, according to police investigators, they had credible evidence that the teenage suspect was at the house on Avenue O. According to police, the teen was not found at the home during the raid, but was arrested a day later.
The sound of rubber bullets flying through doors and windows in the middle of the night on January 22nd sent the Rios family into panic as the Galveston police SWAT team waited outside.
I was scared, screaming.
This home security footage shows the Rioses walking out of the home slowly with their hands up, where they were detained in the back of patrol cars without any idea why they were there. The suspect in question, 17-year-old Cameron Vargas, he had an arrest warrant in connection with the January 20th murder of Malik Dunn, but Vargas wasn't in the home. He was later arrested and held on a $250,000 bond. But to make matters worse, police got the wrong guy, and those charges were dropped on the 25th.
After his arrest, the Galveston Police Department said it received new evidence and information to vacate the homicide charge. Galveston PD said it reached out to the district attorney's office to get the charge dismissed after they raided these people's home, and he was not there. Then they arrested him a day later. Erica Rios said it was her house that the police raided that morning. She said she and her kids were home sleeping when around 2 a.m. in the morning they were woken by police yelling outside. Rios said the officers yelled a couple of times for them to come out and then started shooting wooden pellets through the windows of the house. The kid's not even there, and they're shooting and breaking the windows and yelling and waking them up at 2 in the morning. The officers told Rios and her children that they were searching for the teen who had been identified as the then wanted suspect of Malik Dunn's death.
Literally kept asking my son, what is going on? What is going on? I had no idea. And he's like, Mom, I don't know. I don't know. And we were just in a panic.
I was in there for a couple minutes. I was still having an anxiety attack and I needed to throw up, and they let me step out. And then they further then told me that they were only looking for Cameron, nothing else.
Rios said she and her son were handcuffed, that she gets handcuffed and she's not even the suspect. She said, we had no idea what was going on, and they probably did not tell them. She said they probably just said, we have a warrant. We have a warrant. She said her home sustained damage from broken windows, broken doors, which they probably kicked in. She said she was told that she could file a complaint with the police department or the city, but she had said she didn't think she could get far by doing that. You won't. It's going to take months, if not a year, to get any redemption. She also said she was afraid to come forward about what happened out of fear of police retaliation, and that's sometimes as cop watchers what we fear, police retaliation. But as you see, they said, file a complaint with the department. We don't care. We're doing our job. We broke your windows and your doors. Just tell the city. They'll pay for it sometime. Or maybe they won't. They always say that. Just file a complaint. I'm not going to do nothing about it. I'm only a police officer when I arrest people. When my boys do bad, I just turn my head. Now, the police chief is on leave. Galveston City Manager Brian Maxwell placed Bali on a 10-day administrative leave in the wake of the raid. An internal investigation into Bali's conduct has also been ordered. The police department said in a release, specifically, city administration is investigating a failure of communication surrounding a search performed in the early morning hours of January 22nd. That failure of communication, that same thing happened in Houston, didn't it? And that couple, man, I should know their names, but I don't. The couple with the dog, they were murdered by police on a warrant. Failed communication. Breonna Taylor, failed communication. She's dead. You know what happens? The officers get charged. Some get slapped. Some might get convicted. But nobody really gets recompensed. They just go, sorry. Hey, that's police work in America. And you thought you were free. Assistant Police Chief Andre Mitchell served as acting chief during Bali's leave, which is up now, right? It's 10 days on the 22nd, so it's coming up. It's going to be Wednesday. He's going to be back at work, probably, right? 10 days. Wednesday, February 1st, because I don't know exactly when I'm going to post this. This might be, no. But look, guys, here's the thing. If you think you're safe in your home to just sleep and do whatever, you're only safe until the cops kick the door in.
Vargas's family sent a statement to Fox 26 saying in part, "We are completely disappointed in GPD and their investigative process. This has been a traumatizing experience that no one should ever go through." They go on to say, Cameron is an amazing and respectful young man and did not deserve to be slandered and wrongfully accused or even seen as a suspect.
What can you do about it? Not a damn thing. Because it's police work. Oh, it's sorry, it's law enforcement. You are not free in the United States of America. You are only as free. I shouldn't say you are not completely free. Would it be unilaterally free? You're only as free as law enforcement in your local vicinity allows you to be. If they don't want you to be free, they're going to come up with something to make you not free. Always record. Always get that camera rolling. The best thing the Rios family could have done if they didn't do it is to record. The minute they heard those police, get all the recordings going. Everybody start your phone cameras, put them up somewhere. Let's record throughout this house. Because if they come in here, which they did,